Good morning. We're in the Bahamas.
Not quite. Just sitting outside of it.
We had a great sail. We headed a little too far south, thinking the Gulf Stream was gonna push us a little more than it did. So we then had to sail north to get to West End. Got in late last night, probably at like 12. And it was just way too rough for us to even try to manage to get into the anchorage and check it out. So we ended up trying to get around this little peninsula, but the current was way too strong for us. So we kept getting pushed and we had some struggles. I ended up with a black eye, broke some things. And yeah, so now we're going to reassess the situation. But thankfully, we're all in one piece and search is still floating.
And the black eye's not from me, FYI. It was a very interesting night sail. Getting here was fine. And like Beau was saying, we just kept getting pushed into these. So we decided to drop anchor. We're very proud of Miss Oona. She actually went on the cockpit floor because she was whining. I feel so bad. We are trying to have her to go in this piece of sod that we got, but it just didn't happen. You guys, they're gonna go when they need to go. And she proved it, and she went right in the drain, which was perfect. We're just sitting here waiting for the light to come up a little bit more, watching the sunrise. Right now we're riding these waves out. They're probably about 3 feet. Last night, I don't know, how much were they?
At least
How
5.
tall? 5.
6,
I felt like
the occasional
15.
6.
And we anchored out and slept in them because we were so tired anyways. I'm happy to be alive.
Things have calmed down significantly. We still have a little bit of... Don't mind our little dead cat. We still have a little bit awake, but it's nowhere what it was when we first got here. And actually last night was really bad. It was probably blowing 30, gusting 35.
I'm pretty sure a hurricane rolled through.
And we're very exposed where we're anchored out right now. But what did we do today?
Jim came over in his dinghy, got us, and we rowed over to shore.
Land ho!
Walked and walked and walked and walked until we found this really nice gentleman by the name of Bozo that took us over to get a SIM card for our phones. And now we actually have outside communication with everybody. So that's been nice.
Yeah.
To let everyone know we're alive.
We haven't moved anywhere because we tried to pull up our anchor, but we seem to be caught around a coral head. So when we're caught in the heavy seas and the 30-knot winds, we ended up torquing our anchor roller. I don't think we're gonna be able to fix it, so we're probably gonna have to end up replacing it. But for now, I'm gonna drill some more anchor points up there so we can at least use it until we get a new one. Our anchor chain rubbed a good portion of our fiberglass off the starboard bow, so we gotta replace that as well. So Jim just found out where our anchor was, and he might have loosened it a little bit, but it's definitely caught on a bommy. So when we had that wind and current against us, there was no way we were gonna get it up. Hard lesson to learn, but down one Samson post. But we should get it up, and there's gonna be another system coming through, so we need to get the hell out of here. So we have to get this up today.
So I'll try to dive on it, see what happens.
Hopefully it's not that deep, because I'm not a very good free diver.
Yeah, it's kind of deep. About 20 feet. It's pretty though.
Uh-oh, what happened here?
Unfortunately, on the way over, we got a very large tear in the mainsail. And since I don't have a sewing machine that is capable of doing this, I am hand stitching. I also don't have that awesome little thing that you can use to hand stitch, so I'm using the deck to push the needle in. We're only going to do this until we can get to someone who actually knows what they're doing. I'm hoping that this will work until then. If not, head sail it is. Una, you ready to go?
So since our buddy Jim is in a smaller, slower boat, we're gonna put a reef or two in, that way we can stay with him.
We are heading out to Great Sale Cay, and we knew we were going to make it because it's 70 nautical miles. Because when you're sailing in the Bahamas, like we've already experienced, you want to be able to see when you set your anchor so you don't hit coral heads. So we are going to be heading around Memory Rock up here soon, and then we are going to get as far as possible. We're probably going to stop around 2, and then it'll set us up for a better push-off point for tomorrow to get to Great Sale Cay. Great Sale Cay. Okay. Cay. The water here is so turquoise blue. Let me show you. We're in about 20 feet of water, and I can still see practically to the ground. It's so gorgeous out here. Turquoise water for days. So I'm just cleaning up the cockpit. Finally set anchor in the middle of nowhere, and we are going to have dinner in the cockpit. So I want to try to clean it up a bit.
Legitly, we're like just in a bay somewhere, about 25 feet deep. Just threw anchor. Found a nice sandy spot, so good to go. There are no more bent tips, hopefully.
So we're up bright and early this morning and going to be heading our second leg to Great Sale Cay. Beau is just taking up the anchor, and Boona Bear is out here keeping watch with me, and we're just watching this beautiful sunrise. Look at the rainbow. Oona Bear. Oona, how was the sail? Was it good? She did very good. She's now going to the bathroom on the boat.
Today was supposed to be a more progressive day, but the wind just wasn't in our favor. The direction we wanted to go is where the wind was coming from, so we were just tacking back and forth, and we didn't make much headway. So we'll probably make it there tomorrow, hopefully. But we don't know what the weather is going to be like because it's been a couple days and all the forecasts that we had are just garbage now. So
because we're in the middle of nowhere. Where?
You got a smile that makes the sun rise. You make it shine. But I can see that you don't realize, and that's what made me fall in love.
Got an early morning start this morning. I think we started about 3 a.m. We both went to bed. Well, Beau went to bed around 7 last night, and I stayed up a little bit. I think 9:30 I went to bed. It's funny because now that we've been doing this for a couple of days, we've kind of seen ourselves getting into that circadian rhythm to where we're going to bed after a couple hours after the sun sets and waking up before the sunrise. So that's something we've always actually wanted to do, but 7 o'clock last night when I looked over and Beau's like, whoa, it's only 7 and we're asleep. So we are buddy boating with our friend Jim, if you guys, know, and we have no communication with him because his VHF radio got swamped in our first anchorage, which was really bad. And so we've kind of devised this signaling system. So this morning we're laying there and I see flashes of light and I'm like, is that lightning? But we had already discussed if we wake up early and it's good, let's go, and he would use his spotlight to get our attention. So it kind of clicked at 2-ish that I think that's his spotlight. So I got up and it was. So we spotlighted him back. Our nav lights is another signal that yes, we are ready to go. So we started getting the anchor raised and getting all of the sails ready, and off we went. But I just think it's kind of cool that we have this unsaid communication with our friend to get these things done. And one of the best things about setting sail so early is getting this. So these lines attached to the dinghy are called painters. I just wanted to point out, I thought this one was really funny today because I turned around and it looks like this one is painting, the blue one, the ocean. See the little white brush? So amused. I've only been on the water for 3 days.
finally land!
I know, he's being a little dramatic, but it's been 3 days, guys. 3 whole days since we've seen land. I think that's a first.
It is. Oh my god, it's so calm here compared to the last 3 days. Ooh, it's nice. Not even waves.
Guess whose birthday it is tomorrow? It's quite a birthday present, huh? I planned it. I ordered this just for you.
Thank you.
Well done, if I say so myself. Totally unplanned, clearly. Someone is very excited to get into that dinghy and get to shore. She too has not seen land in 3 days. But if anybody wants to know how to train your pup to go on the boat, it's been 3 days on the boat without seeing shore. They will learn. Promise! my god, that feels so good.
What are we doing today?
Going snorkeling. Hopefully fetching.
Fetching?
Catching some lobsters. We're celebrating your birthday! Oh, he goes diving one last time to try to find some fish for his birthday dinner. Gwen and I are gonna go exploring. We're gonna have another gorgeous sunset. This is Great Sale Cay. It's a gorgeous little stopover between here and Green Turtle for us. Great holding for any sailboats. Right here in this little bay area. Tried to go snorkeling today, but we didn't see much, so can't say there's much snorkeling for you guys. Over there's supposed to be a shipwreck, but we went and looked yesterday and did not find anything. I have seen some stingrays. I saw one jump out of the water yesterday, and the light hit it just perfectly. Ugh, it's completely edged in my brain now. Saw one earlier today while we were snorkeling. We've seen a lot of snapper, some mangrove snapper. Saw a tiny little starfish, but it looks as though the hurricanes have done some damage here, and there's really no coral. There's no lively coral. It looks like coral trying to grow back, but we haven't really seen anything like enough to go diving on. But Beau is bound and determined to get some fish for dinner. You're swamp man.
Attack the seaweed.
Any luck? Clearly no.
I'm not a very good spear fisherman. Practice.
So for anybody at home or anybody on social media that has heard from us in the last couple of days, this is what we've had to do in order to get in contact with you. That is Beau's hot pink phone in his hand, the only one that has a SIM card in it, and that is our communication. And the only way to do it is standing on the boom doing this. We love you guys. Switching out the sails.
Yeah, it's really light wind, so we can put out the big Genoa. Doing a little downwind sailing today. We're actually going around the north end of Great Sale Cay, and surprisingly, we're getting like good cell service. Probably about 3 bars. So if you're ever out here and you're looking for cell service, go north of Great Sale Cay.
Right now we are heading into a little bitty town called Foxtown in southeast of Little Abaco, and we're getting a little late in the day, so we want to make sure we are in a safe anchorage and we can see And this is just a stopover for us hitting Green Turtle. So all I've done all day is helm. What have you done all day?
Edit.
We are headed off to another early morning sail, and right now we are headed to Green Turtle. With this north wind that we're going to be having today, we are definitely going to get there. Beau's fishing pole just went off and it looks like he might have something. We've had some very successful attempts and catches of seaweed, so hopefully this is something not seaweed.
Yeah! Woohoo! First fish! Pointing back up to me. Thanks, Byron. Thanks for the pole. Caught our first, looks like a Spanish or a mackerel of some sort.
And here we are passing the center of the world rock. At least it is according to our GPS. Whoa, it's tiny. You guys can barely even see it. So we finally made it to our favorite anchorage that we've been shooting for. This is the one anchorage we've been shooting for the entire time. A little hairy getting in, super windy if you can't hear it. And I guess it's kind of a tight anchorage. It's a pretty popular spot, so.
Well, and plus, since it's blowing pretty hard out of the north, everybody's tucked in here.
We've been on this little ferry before. Now, first things first, taking Una to